Hi, this is Maine Fairy. Today we are gonna do a pumpkin glaze pound cake. Okay, so for the ingredients, you're gonna need 3 cups of AP flour, all-purpose flour. You're gonna need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger, everything ground, one fourth of a teaspoon of cloves, and allspice. You are gonna need 5 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of granulated white sugar. You're gonna need light brown packed sugar, 3/4 of cup. Make sure it's light brown packed sugar. You don't want to use the dark packed sugar, dark brown sugar, because there is a difference. So you want to make sure you use the light brown. 8 ounces of butter. You don't have to have it at room temperature. Don't worry about that. I never use room temperature butter. 8 ounces, which is 2 sticks, 2 half of sticks of butter. 15 ounces of pumpkin puree, and that's 1 can of puree. Mine, I know mine doesn't look like, it looks watery because I use mine from the freezer. I do my own, so don't worry about it. But if you're using can, it's just 1 can, and if you have puree in your freezer, it's 15 ounces. And then 1 cup of chopped, finely chopped, not finely, but like kind of finely chopped walnuts, and 1 teaspoon of good honey, organic honey. Oh, and 3, oh, I already said that, okay. I'll give you the glaze recipe later on in this video. So what you want to do is you want to put your dry ingredients in a bowl, just like this, except for your brown sugar and your white sugar, because we're gonna butter that, cream it with our butter, and then our baking powder, our salt, and baking soda go together and mix it. So now you want to mix it, and if you have pumpkin pie spice, go ahead and use that. You're gonna use that of 1 tablespoon and a half, 1 tablespoon and a half a teaspoon. So make sure you mix that well. Okay, so now that we have this mix, dry ingredients, we are gonna go to the, okay, so now we're gonna put our butter in the bowl. Okay, put it in the air, and while this is, and I'm gonna put my teaspoon of honey. Okay, if I could get it out. Shake it like that. And you want to use good ingredients for this. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned that you need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of cloves and allspice, Okay, so you want to just set this right. And you want to cream this for about 2 minutes, and then we'll add our sugar to it, and then we'll cream it again for 5 minutes. Okay. And once this is be for 2 minutes, I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now I have beaten this for 2 minutes. I'm just gonna scrape it down. And remember, we added the honey here with the butter. So just wanna kind of scrape it down. Don't be afraid to scrape it down. You want to scrape it down because that's gonna make your bread nice and fluffy. So now we're gonna add both of our sugars, and now we're gonna have to beat this till it's double in volume. That's about 5 minutes. Okay, so now I'm beating it for 5 minutes. So now, as you can see, it's nice and fluffy, and it's doubled in volume. So now what you want to do, and if you're wondering what speed I did it in 6. Okay, so now we're gonna add our eggs, and you want to put it at 4. Okay, so you want to add 1 at a time with your vanilla. So this is a very important part. So once you add your egg, you're gonna put it in slow, and then you want to go a bit a higher speed. I had it in 2, and now I have it in 4. This is very important. And every time you add the egg, you want to let it incorporate, and we're gonna scrape it down each time before we add the other egg. So like now, I'm gonna scrape it down just like that, and this will add air to your bread. So this, okay, so now that you have added all your butter, now we're gonna add our pumpkin puree slowly. There it goes. Make sure you want to add everything in there.